Welcome back. 4 years after the privatization of electricity supply, Nigerians are yet to see the benefits of the private sector taking over the distribution and generation of power. Billing system and poor metering by the discos have forced many consumers to doubt the wisdom behind the privatization of the power sector. Many electricity consumers in the country have continued to condemn the non-provision of prepaid meters by the distribution companies to replace the old ones, which are analog, with rising complaints about what is popularly called crazy or estimated billing. money. Okay, consumers are not happy about the outrageous bills received from electricity companies in spite of poor power supply. And I do know somebody who's living in a 3-bedroom flat and is paying about 10,000 naira every month because he does not have a meter, estimated metering, and he's applied for meter. Okay.
10,000, that's small. In my estate, they're paying 18.
No, that was, he now went to negotiate. What he's getting is about 42,000. He now went to negotiate, and then they now say, okay, you know what, pay 10,000. Okay, so, but we'll tidy up all of that, hopefully. Engineer John Ayodele, Deputy Managing Director, Ibadan Electricity Distribution Companies here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Muhyiddin Ibrahim is Executive Secretary, Electricity Meter Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. And from our Abuja studios, we have the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, 2 of their staff. Dr. Moses Arigu is a Commissioner of Consumer Affairs, and Mr. Shitu Shaibu, AGM Consumer Affairs. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's start with you. And it's a very straightforward question. When would there no electricity in the homes of Nigerian consumers end? You might say that's beyond you, but please just start from there.
That is directed to who?
Shaibu, you can answer.
Okay, to us in Abuja. Okay, good morning, viewers. And of course, the issue of electricity is one that has been, it's critical to the livelihood of Nigerians. And of course, we know that the history of the evolution of electricity since 1929 till date has been that of near misses. The reform which the federal government brought as far back as 1999 to date has been attempts at making sure that the issue of electricity is dealt with in a more holistic manner. We will get there. Generation has improved, even though we had the issues that everybody knows in terms of the gas issue. But we know that there is more focus by both the government and, of course, the new players in the sector to ensure that electricity becomes more readily available. We know that electricity is expensive. Government decided that instead of putting resources into a productive venture like electricity, it's rather is best handled by the private sector, hence the privatization program. We've had hiccups, but now there's focus. We have individuals who are more responsible in terms of wanting to ensure that the problem is solved. The Nigeria Regulatory Commission, of course, is at the helms of ensuring that all of the market players adhere to rules. So we are presently on course because the attention has been given to a productive venture, which is what electricity is. And that attention, of course, we know cannot, lead to almost immediate, because the expectation has been very high. I know that all efforts will definitely lead to better electricity for Nigerians. We want to apologize, for the hiccups, but of course, naturally, in a reform process, what you expect is at the beginning, there's always these hiccups. So,
Mr. Shaibu,
we definitely...
Mr. Shaibu, you said generation has improved. And, I mean, this is 4 years on. Nigerians don't care if generation has improved. The only way they will feel that there's an improvement is when and if they have power supply in their homes. And right now, they don't. They're getting 1 hour a day. And in office areas, they're getting 15 minutes per working day. And you say generation has improved?
Yes, I said generation has improved because presently we have capacity of about 7,000 megawatts due to the activities of even the new generating companies. Of course, there are network issues. Basically, Nigerians are going through the present process because of network issues. Network is transmission and distribution networks. And this transmission, of course, is still, within government's purview. And the government has as recently as about a week or two ago, brought out another initiative to ensure that enough resources is pumped into ensuring that when electricity is produced by the generators, it gets to the distribution, the customer. We have basically a situation where the products being produced, which is electricity, is having hiccups in between the networks. And electricity is quite an expensive venture. And I can assure you that with the present efforts by the Minister Fashola, and of course actions by the transmission company, a new managing director has been brought to the TCN to ensure that the bottlenecks we have in transmission is reduced. And of course, a lot of pressure is being put on the distribution companies because they are private, and to the extent that they are private, they are expected to inject funds into the network to rehabilitate first and foremost the network, and then of course ensure that customers get electricity. You have more of local issues, local problems, because of course.
Mr. Shaibu. Sorry, we need to manage our time, Mr. Shaibu. I beg your pardon.